Oh, y'all can't even hear me. Shit. That entire first part was just fucking a joke. Oh, fuck. My bad, guys. Go figure. It happens every single time, right? It happens every single time. Thanks, guys. I see all the no volume. I had my shit muted. Which that's probably for the best. Probably for the best. So I'll kind of go back over what I was talking about. Yeah, Loki, I see it. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. I've been kind of stressed out all day. I guess understandably. Yeah, I'm fine. No overlays tonight. No music. No, none of that shit. None of it. This is a somber stream, I guess is a good way of putting it. Just drinking a beer. And I guess it's probably best that all that sound was out. Kind of came in this a little bit hotter than I wanted to anyway. 20 fucking years. 20 fucking years. And it's finally over. And over how if you would have talked to any service member, could have predicted. Fuck what the intelligence says. Fuck what any of the politicians say. Any service member could have told you how it would go. $20 fucking years. 2,448 American soldiers dead. 20,000 wounded. 66,000 Afghanistan National Military Service members dead. 47,245 civilians. And 51,191 Taliban fighters. That's a lot of fucking people. For it to all end up the exact same fucking way. That's 150,000 Afghanistan lives. $22,000 American lives that were permanently changed in one way or another. And not to mention the thousands that also have to deal with the mental makeup. Now, there's people that want to blame Trump. There's people that want to blame Biden. There's people that want to blame fucking Bush. There's people that want to blame Obama. And honestly, you're all fucking right. It's all their goddamn faults. It's all of them. And the hundreds of congressmen and women. The military-industrial complex, as you want to put it. I mean, I don't think there was a single no vote whenever we went to war, was there? Fucking everybody's fault. Am I happy that they're out? Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm happy that's done. Although it may not fucking be done. Apparently we're sending another 6,000 troops just to secure the fucking airport. I mean, it all started with Bush. It was September 11th. It all started with September 11th, really. I mean, and I was 12. 7th grade, sent in Mr. Miori's chemistry classroom in Converse, Texas, which is a suburb of San Antonio. Almost all my friends are military kids. They pull the train. There's a train track that goes in front of Randolph Air Force Base. And they went and parked a train across the entire, or one side of the Air Force Base. A military train, not a civilian train, a military train, which I didn't even know we fucking had. Because they just knew San Antonio was going to be next. Then a 12-year-old kid gets to learn that an Afghan just isn't a blanket. It's apparently like a fucking country. And that there's people over there that want to kill us. I talked with a couple people today, but talked to a fellow YouTuber and a brother. And he can't say shit because he's still in. And he expressed to me he's pissed. I think that's a polite way of fucking putting that. But I had to ask him why. Why are you mad? What? Because there's so many reasons to be mad in this situation. So many. And really, it's kind of all boils down to it turned into a shit show. She's right. Fucking turned into a shit show. There's... Give me a second. There's a lot of blame to go around. Lots of it. Lots. So I figured, probably one of the best ways to do this is to actually do something a little different tonight. Share a couple videos. Talk about some shit. Comment on what I have to say. And we'll roll from there. So if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. This is mainly for me. I appreciate y'all being here in the chat. Those that want to talk or have anything like that. I'm not bringing anybody up. This is really just my opinion. But I'm going to start out with a video that's 10 years old. And it kind of puts where my perspective. I mean, I've been anti-war since fucking 2014. I've been on the bring them home train for a while. And it's not so much that I don't think that what we did there was good. Don't get me wrong. I do. It's that if you talk to any service member, I went over there, they would tell you this is exactly how it was going to end. Didn't matter what the fuck they did. This is exactly how it was going to end. With the Taliban back in control. Fucking Jimmy, stop fucking messaging. Just exit out of Facebook. This video is from 10 years ago, and it's kind of hits me. I think it's from the BBC. I'm not 100% sure, but let's flip over to there.
Tonight, a look at what 9/11 means to people in Afghanistan.
This is from the 10-year anniversary.
The Taliban.
For those that
Special correspondent
don't know,
Fletch was embedded with U.S. Marines in southern Afghanistan and put that question to both groups.
Helmand in southern Afghanistan is the province that has borne the brunt of the fighting between the Taliban and coalition forces. What would Afghans in this war-torn province think about 9/11 and its consequences? But first, what would the Marines think of the seemingly obvious question I wanted to put to the Afghans?
Okay, I just want to ask you guys, have you heard of 9/11?
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah.
And what does it mean to you?
After a lengthy silence, which...
These guys are my age. This is the same age I was. This is 10 years ago. 10 fucking years ago. And, I mean, we give shit to Marines all the time, eating crayons and everything else. But this silence here that they have is fucking accurate. What does it mean to you?
Perhaps said more than words could, the lieutenant in charge voiced some thoughts.
The whole approach that we had coming into adulthood, it's kind of hard to separate that, as I said, because, you know, we grew up with it and grew up with the shadow of it.
And the lieutenant said fucking something smart. 100% right. We grew up with it. I changed my entire life path because of what happened on September 11th. I knew right then and there I was going to be in the military in some form or fashion. As of September 12th.
Sar Banadar village is typical of many in Helmand. Poverty and negligible, if any, government services, together with 3 decades of war, have prevented virtually any development. With the high rates of illiteracy and the lack of infrastructure, the villagers essentially live in what's close to a media vacuum. As Helmand goes, however, it's at least relatively peaceful, but there are still very real threats. On the first day the Marines set up next to Sar Banadar, they found some 12 IEDs in and around the village.
That was fucking everywhere. It didn't matter. It was a fucking little village on the middle of nowhere, fucking major cities. Didn't matter. You found them fucking everywhere.
Just a heads up. Nice. Found another IED.
Sexy. What is that?
And where is it?
It's right over there. You can actually see them down off the side of the cliff.
While waiting for the demining team, one of the Marines wanted to comment on their silence when asked about 9/11.
So that not so much eerie, but understood silence between each other. Remind you of all why you're here and exactly what you're doing here. But some of us still have a personal vendetta with the beings that roam here, being the Taliban, and still connect that to 9/11. I do myself. And here comes the 10-year anniversary, and I still find it very personal.
He's 100% right. I mean, that's one. I had a personal vendetta whenever I joined. I think anybody that joined in a time of war just heralds back to that time. Even 10 fucking years later. I mean, goddamn, there's pretty articulate for some Marines.
The lieutenant also had a few words on what the Afghans might think of 9/11.
I think at this point, in a sense, it is ancient history to them, and rightfully so, because their problems are very much in the here and now. Problems of security, problems of economics, etc., which are perhaps a result of September 11th, but far removed at this point. Osama bin Laden isn't ruining these people's lives.
Accurate as fuck there, too. He goes on this video, and the people that they interviewed, they didn't even fucking know about it. Because they didn't. They didn't fucking know. It wasn't their problem. They didn't give shit. It meant nothing to them. And that was all the way around. And 10 years later, we get to this.
Onto the runway, trying to flee the country in what can only be described as a...
This Air Force jet taken off out of Kabul. C-17, I think. Yeah, I think it's C-17. I can't see the wingtips, but I'm pretty sure it's a C-17. And you got people riding on the side right here, trying to grab on. Just trying to get the fuck out of there. Phil, y'all know Phil. Everything's spicy. Former Marine. He shared a video earlier that actually got I was gonna share that one, but it got suspended. It got deleted off of YouTube completely for going against the community guidelines, because it actually showed after this took off, one of these guys right here fell off. I think the reports are 7 so far. 7 dead. There's photos from inside of the actual aircraft that are full. I mean, they're sitting on the fucking floor of a C-17. This thing is used to carry military equipment, not troops like this. It's full of people. I mean, the current reports are that the Taliban hasn't tried to attack the airport, but there's also reports that they're firing small arms at the airplanes, which doesn't surprise me. That shit happen all the time. And really, this is what I blame Biden for. This is I'm gonna have a lot of blame for a lot of people. So if you like Biden, cool, but he fucking handled this wrong. The way the pullout went was wrong. There's a shit ton of blame to go around. This portion, fucking wrong. I mean, you got people that
the Kabul airport is the only safe way out of Afghanistan.
Trying to get the fuck out. I mean, look at this.
Afghans
this is fucking insane.
Rush to foreign countries. For the United States, the airport is the staging ground to evacuate U.S. Embassy personnel. Helicopters and airplanes circled over Kabul.
There's that photo that they're actually comparing to Saigon whenever we pulled out of Vietnam of the Chinook, the shithook.
Embassy personnel.
That helicopter taking off from the embassy, and it looks almost identical to what happened in Saigon, and they're not fucking wrong. It feels the same. Well, I can't speak for any Vietnam veteran, but I'm sure it probably feels similar.
Helicopters and airplanes circled over Kabul, shuttling between the embassy where sensitive.
That's a freaking little commercial prop plane. Probably not even commercial. It's probably private. Somebody just getting the fuck out of Dodge as fast as they can.
Documents were burned, and the airport as the Taliban closed in. The militants had already taken every city except Kabul, mostly without fighting.
Listen to that again.
Militants had already taken every city except Kabul, mostly without fighting.
Mostly without fighting. Again, any fucking person that's a service member could have told you that's exactly how it was going to fucking go. But no, you have Biden a fucking month ago. No. Where's it at? Here. Biden a month ago.
Is a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well-equipped.
This was June 8th.
Army in the world and an Air Force against something like 75,000
Sorry, July 8th.
Taliban. It is not inevitable.
Mr. President, thank you very much. Your own intelligence community has assessed that the Afghan government will likely collapse.
That is not true.
Can you please clarify what they have told you about whether that will happen or not?
That is not true. They did not reach that conclusion.
That's July 8th. I have more from these people later. July 8th, a month ago. And there's reports coming out saying that, like, as of December, they thought they could hang out for a couple of months. Then, like, in May, they were like the major cities could hold out, a couple of provinces. And then, like, in June, it was, well, Kabul will stand. Just Kabul. And it took less than 24 hours. I guess really where I'm coming with all of this, what? Nah, you know what? I'll talk about that at the end. Fuck it. Might as well fucking start at the beginning. The thing that started it all. This fucking address right here.
Good afternoon. On my orders, the United States military has begun strikes against al-Qaeda terrorist training camps and military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. These carefully targeted actions are designed to disrupt the use of Afghanistan as a terrorist base of operations and to attack the military capability of the Taliban regime. We are joined in this operation by our staunch friend, Great Britain. Other close friends, including Canada, Australia, Germany, and France, have pledged forces as the operation unfolds. More than 40 countries in the Middle East, Africa, Europe, and South Asia have granted. We are supported by the collective will of the world. More than 2 weeks ago, I gave Taliban leaders a series of clear and specific demands. Your country, Taliban, will pay a price. By destroying camps and disrupting communications, we will make it more difficult for the terror network to train new recruits and coordinate their evil plans. Initially, the terrorists may burrow deeper into caves and other entrenched hiding places. Our military action is also designed to clear the way for sustained, comprehensive, and relentless operations to drive them out and bring them to justice. At the same time, the oppressed people of Afghanistan will know the generosity of America and our allies. As we strike military targets, we will also drop food, medicine, and supplies to the starving and suffering men and women and children of Afghanistan. The United States of America is a friend to the Afghan people, and we are the friends of almost 1 billion worldwide who practice the Islamic faith. The United States of America is an enemy of those who aid terrorists and of the barbaric criminals who profane a great religion by committing murder in its name.
The reason why I'm stopping it here and wanted to let that first part play. The United States hasn't been in a war, quote unquote, since fucking World War II. Legally speaking, we haven't been in a war. A war is against the entire population, not just against a specific set of the population. To draw that definitive line there. Everything that we've fucking done has been police actions, and that's why they fucking fail. You can't force fucking democracy on people. That's one thing that Biden does get right. If they wouldn't fucking fight for themselves, why should we? I agree with that. But even here in 2001, Bush is talking about building the country. And 12-year-old me fucking loved it. Do we have a responsibility to help take care of people? Absolutely, especially when we cause a bunch of damage and all the other bullshit that we did. And it's not bullshit, but it's the easiest word to use there. And Beyonce Elites, I do see your comment. I was actually going to bring that up as well. Charlie Wilson's War. If you've never seen that, fucking look at that. We practically created the Taliban, but that's a whole other fucking discussion. It just... all of the shit. All of it. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen my post, because that's where I first really brought up this subject. I don't blame any of the soldiers. I don't blame any of the Afghanis. I don't blame any of the civilians. I don't blame the boots on the ground. I blame the suits. Quite literally, the hashtag I used was suits, not boots. It's the people that want to make fucking money off of this shit. It's the politicians who went on to write books about the shit. The ones that got to tout that they killed somebody when they didn't do shit but get elected and send more men and women to fucking die. their fucking fault. Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. The hundreds of sinners. Yeah, it's hundreds of sinners because some of them have been outed and then put back in and they're still voting for this bullshit. The congressmen, the elected officials, the goddamn contractors that want to spend fucking billions of dollars developing a new bomb just so it can blow up a fucking cave. That originally sent us over there with not good equipment. But then all of a sudden got a shit ton of military contracts and that fucking got rolled out. And the end is the same as the fucking beginning. And because I will spread the shit evenly across all parties, here's Obama.
But tonight I'd like to tell you how we will complete our...
From Kabul. Ending the war in Afghanistan.
...mission and end the war in Afghanistan. First, we've begun a transition to Afghan responsibility for security. Already nearly half...
Y'all may say this is cherry picking. I've fast forward through his shit at the beginning where he just talked about why we were there and what we accomplished, including killing Osama bin Laden, because this is after that. This is 2012.
Half of the Afghan people live in places where Afghan security forces are moving into the lead. This month, at a NATO summit in Chicago, our coalition will set a goal for Afghan forces to be in the lead for combat operations across the country next year. International troops will continue to train, advise, and assist the Afghans and fight alongside them when needed. But we will shift into a support role as Afghans step forward. As we do, our troops will be coming home.
Lies.
Last year, we removed 10,000 U.S. troops from Afghanistan.
And then put them right back in there.
23,000 will leave by the end of the summer.
Nope, that didn't happen.
After that, reductions will continue at a steady pace with more and more of our troops coming home. And as our coalition agreed, by the end of 2014, the Afghans will be fully responsible for the security of their country.
What year is it? Yeah, shit changes. I get it. Shit changes. The battlefield changes constantly. The person who wins is the one who adapts. But it's always the same with these fuckers. And then today, was it today or yesterday? Biden starts blaming Trump. Trump is saying, no, it's your fault. I think Trump even at one point even said, we're finally pulling the troops out of Afghanistan, or it was at one of his rallies. They're pulling the troops out of Afghanistan. They tried to stop it. They couldn't stop it. I can find that clip if y'all really want it. But there is this footage, which I like this one. And I'm kind of surprised that Fox News is the one who had this. This is Mike Pompeo. If you don't know who that was Trump's director of the CIA.
negotiated back in 2012. This program, a former top military commander in Afghanistan and a current top Republican member of Congress, both talked about the deal that the Trump administration and you negotiated back in 2020 with the Taliban to pull out all U.S. forces. Here was President Trump when he was in office.
Basically, we're policemen right now, and we're not supposed to be policemen. We've been there for 19 years in Afghanistan. It's ridiculous.
And I fucking agree. But now he's acting like it ain't his fault that this shit happened. I mean, we know the transition to Biden wasn't all that great. Because, I mean, you were too busy concerned, worried about somebody stole the fucking election to actually try to get our troops out of Afghanistan like you fucking promised, Mr. fucking Donald Trump. And do it smartly. You still let them fucking sit there your entire fucking term when you could have pulled them out middle of your fucking term. But he's not a politician. He's a fucking TV star. He listened to his generals like you would think one should, but all of them are full of shit too. That are just happy getting that bigger budget. Just give me that bigger budget. Give me that raise, Daddy Uncle Sam. What book can I write about how I saved Afghanistan? Trump was right overall that we need to get the fuck out. I'm glad Biden went through it. Don't get me wrong. I am happy that we are finally fucking out of there. But the way that it was fucking handled was a fucking shit show. It will continue to be. And it just, I feel like that's like, I don't like any politicians. I hate them all. Fuck them all. I don't even really care for Dan Crenshaw, okay? And he's my own fucking representative, and I voted for him. I think he's a badass. Guy who gave his eye in fucking service. But even he gets too on party lines, not about the actual fucking people. OG-san, you're probably right. It would have been, it really doesn't matter who was in charge. It was always going to end this way. You're right. It was going to be fucked up no matter what. But they could have done it smarter. Like, my issue, the Groovy's bringing up the brass. Fuck the brass. They wanted another 3 months, and if we did that, that broke the agreement. We already were in breach of the agreement with the Taliban that Trump made, because that was supposed to end May 1. They wanted another 3 months. He gave them another 3 months. They're the ones who fucked up and didn't get the job done in time. Not him. But it all lands at his doorstep because he's the fucking president and he didn't push hard enough to get this shit done right. And so for sure now, which it probably would have all ended up fucked up anyway. We understand that. But now we get these fucking images.
Hey, Becky, well, there are scenes of...
These fucking images of people literally on the sides of the fucking aircraft storming fucking the goddamn walkways to get out to civilian aircraft, falling off of the fucking planes, and it all going back to shit. All going back to this fucking guy. This guy right here that Trump let out of fucking Guantanamo Bay, sitting in the Afghanistan Oval fucking Office, leading the Taliban. Then back in charge of Kabul.
The Taliban arrived and Afghanistan's now former president fled and resigned to avoid, quote, a flood of bloodshed. With him also on his way.
He's about to say something important here. If y'all don't know who this is Philip DeFranco. He's a YouTube newscaster who kind of goes over some quick stories kind of quickly, tries to put it all for you. I've been a fan of his for years. But this propped up fucking government that we did, the president of Afghanistan did this shit.
Former president fled and resigned to avoid, quote, a flood of bloodshed. With him also on his way out, according to some outlets, taking massive amounts of cash and luxury vehicles. But for many...
Yeah! Fuck all you that legally elected me. I'm out with my cash and my fucking expensive vehicles.
That is such a minor issue compared to them just trying to get out right now. This morning we saw thousands flee to Kabul airport, the last lifeline out of the country after border crossings were closed. And in heartbreaking and devastating videos that appear to be from movies and not real life, you see hundreds storming the airport doors, rushing the tar.
They're out on the fucking tarmac. There's a video of these guys in this walkway right here, just jam-packed.
Tarmac, people desperately trying to get on flights, whether they're waiting in a line to get onto a military plane helping evacuate refugees, or by trying to force...
Yeah, there you go, that one. Trying to force their way onto a fucking plane. And maybe this is just my fucking military eyes, but every single one of them is a military-age fighting male. I see one woman right here. One woman.
Their way onto a plane, or in the most desperate and tragic of cases, holding on while the plane takes off. Also, on that note, as of recording, there are reports of at least 7 deaths at the airport, most likely from stampeding, people falling off of planes, or possibly even gunfire from either Taliban or security forces. But reportedly, despite the scenes of chaos at the airport, American forces are currently in charge there and trying to get some semblance of order.
That's probably a fucking lie. That place is a fucking shit show right now. Place is a fucking shit show right now. Did I delete that one? I did. Fuck. Let me pull it up.
It is not inevitable.
8 years under the Obama that had zero
kind of Taliban movements put together this little animation.
Yeah. Here we go.
I just want to give you guys an idea of how quickly this began. So you can see here, the red districts are the Taliban. So you're beginning to see October of 20.
This is an animation that shows the Taliban quite literally taking over Afghanistan whenever A month ago, like I showed earlier, Biden's saying there's no way they're going to take over.
2020, April 2021, the encroachment of the Taliban all across the country, holding provincial capitals. But there, as it begins to move, for those who are just.
Did y'all see that big jump in the last month? They practically have the whole goddamn thing. No, AB, you bring up a good point. You bring up a good point. That the problem is the Taliban play dirty as fuck, so the citizens are scared to do anything against them for the most part. That's kind of true. Kinda. They do. They absolutely do play fucking dirty. They are a fucking terroristic regime. They imposed all sorts of crazy ass shit. Although supposedly right now they're saying that women are going to be able to go to school and that women don't have to be in the full burqa, but they can just be in a hijab and that they can go up by themselves. Supposedly that's what they're saying right now. They're saying, hey, we've changed. It's not your old dictator anymore. But that bullshit more than likely, okay? But one thing that the Taliban did, and the reason why the people accepted their fucking rule, was because the government and the warlords of the area were so fucking corrupted and raped people that the Taliban, quite literally, the way that they got in control, they would go into the town and hang in front of everybody else the warlords that were raping their children in the streets. That's how they got in charge. It wasn't just through them fucking being terroristic and authoritarian. They went and actually did some good, quote unquote. But then whenever we kick out the Taliban, who are the people that we have to fucking deal with? Those same warlords that fucking oppress the people. Because we're there on a fucking police mission, not on a goddamn war. We're there to be fucking police. So we're giving power to those same fucking assholes that were abusing them before instead of the people that we just didn't like that were abusing them. I mean, the whole thing is a fucking shit show. This guy, his name is Sagar. He's a Republican, moderate Republican. He's been a news contributor, everything else. They find him and Crystal. Crystal is a Democrat who actually ran for Congress. They've both been news people. They ran a show called it was on the Hill. It was a good news show. I loved it because they actually talked about what the fuck was going on, not what the fucking media spin was. And they now have their own show on YouTube called Breaking Points. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And they go over the fucking news stories. Like this guy, he actually was a White House correspondent. He was a Pentagon correspondent. He was all of that. And he's about to go into who he really feels is to blame. And I fucking agree with him.
Finally revealed yesterday, during our translators and more got out. Disaster. I'll say this.
Sorry.
On the margins, some things absolutely could have been done differently. We should have done a much better job of ensuring our translators and more got out. 100%. But in the end, it was probably always going to be this way. I don't blame Joe Biden. No. I choose to focus my...
I do blame Joe Biden, but I blame Joe Biden, the senator, and Joe Biden, the vice president, not this fucking Joe Biden.
My ire on the real enemy.
Although he could have done this fucking better too.
I don't blame Joe Biden. No. I choose to focus my ire on the real enemy in this discussion, the American general class, the Pentagon, the State Department, the military contractors, and more, who pushed lies upon the American people for 20 years, and whose fiction was finally revealed yesterday when the Taliban assumed control. Let's review, shall we? The same intelligence community which got us into this mess had 3 predictions on Afghanistan. First, it was that the Taliban would take 3 months to take the capital of Kabul. Then they revised that date to 72 hours. Then it ended up doing it in 24. Which means what? Even after 20 years, even after the failures of the Afghan forces and the corruption of the Afghan government was evident, they still could not admit the truth, that our mission there has been nothing but a catastrophic failure. I wanted to start with that, just so you get an idea of how full of it these people still are to this day. But how far back should we go? Who is responsible for this mess? Here's the answer. Everybody. George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, for not just throwing everything we had at Tora Bora and killing bin Laden so that we could get the hell out of that country. For picking Karzai. Barack Obama for falling for the general's tricks, surging troops, withdrawing them, and more, keeping them forever. Donald Trump for falling them for the same trick. But look deeper, of course. They decided, and the buck stops with them. But beneath the surface are the generals, commanders, and diplomats who justified these idiotic decisions and who pushed the presidents to make them. The people who are supposedly sworn to the American public sat in front of Congress, in front of the microphone, lied to the American people about the capability of the Afghan security forces to confront the Taliban, and who lied about our mission there to create a dependable ally in the Afghan government. The story of the Afghan war is complicated, but basically it goes like this. We invaded Afghanistan in 2001 to kill bin Laden and to punish the Taliban for giving him safe harbor to plan 9/11. We partnered with the Northern Alliance. We told them to take power. We stayed and we backed them up. Then we invaded Iraq in 2003 and we kind of forgot about the entire thing. In 2009,
fucking truth. Wasn't that a goddamn thing? I hadn't heard about Afghanistan in fucking 4 years. Other than Trump saying we're getting them home. That was it. We didn't know anything else fucking out of Afghanistan other than that.
the situation was deteriorating because we had been backing the corrupt Karzai government, and the Taliban were actually starting to do really well. Obama said he would fight the good war. He sent thousands of American troops, but just for 2 years. It failed miserably. We transitioned to something called resolute support, or what the Pentagon calls train, advise, and assist. That mission was this: we will stay with the limited force to train the Afghan army, advise them, and assist them in their fight against the Taliban. We would do this for a limited period of time and give them the equipment so that they could handle the fight themselves. And every year since then, in 2012, since Obama ended the surge, the Pentagon and the generals in command of that effort have lied to the American public to keep their gravy train going. Consider these lies. In 2012, General John Allen said, quote, "We're winning this war." In 2013, General Dunford, who later became the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said our victory there was, quote, "inevitable" by train, advise, and assist. In 2014, General Campbell, he said he had seen the change in strategy and we would win. General Nicholson, 2017, says the situation has, quote, "fundamentally changed."
There you go. Fucking every single one of those motherfuckers' fault. This could have been over fucking 10 years ago. But no, we had to lose fucking 2,448 fucking troops. And 20,000 more fucking wounded. Not to mention the ones that have to go with PTSD. No, that's wounded. That is life, limb, or eyesight. All for it to turn out the exact same fucking way as when we went in there. David Lee, you say the Afghan army doesn't want to fight for their country. They did. I mean, they lost 66,000 fucking men. But you're right. You're still right. 300,000 of them fucking surrendered. Or fled. Dropped their fucking weapons that we fucking gave them. And fucking fled. The whole thing's a shit show. Whole thing is a fucking shit show. And I knew it was going to turn out this way. It was always going to end with the Taliban back in charge since 2010. Whenever I really became anti-war and just said, fuck it, was 2014. Or really, I wasn't anti-war. I was anti-Afghanistan, anti-Iraq. Because us being there did fucking nothing. EB, you're right. It's because we haven't been in an actual war. We've been doing police actions. We're trying to spread democracy. Whenever really, if you want to have democracy, if you want to have freedom, you got to get it your fucking self. That's what we did. That's what Britain did. Now, they did it trickery, but they fucking did it. That's what Canada did. They ended up buying their shit back, but they still did it their fucking self. And still, neither of them are as free as we are because we did it with a goddamn war. 2. 3, technically. Revolutionary 1812 and the Civil. You can't make people fight for their fucking country and what they don't fucking have. But we've done trillions into this fucking country that really, it would have been a lot easier if we just went to him and said, hey, give us bin Laden and we'll give you a full fucking armory. Because that's basically what happened. We got bin Laden and they get their fucking country back and plus they get all the shit that we put in it. The schools, the infrastructure, the fucking guns, the fucking tanks, they got drones now. They have fucking drones now. They didn't have drones before. They have fucking drones now. And what it all keeps coming back to is it was for fucking nothing. It could have been cheaper for us. Seriously, it would have been cheaper for us just to give them fucking weapons for them to give us bin Laden because that's all that we fucking got out of the deal. I know y'all generally don't see me this fucking way. But this was worth it enough for me just to get this shit off my fucking chest. By be late, you mean we got opium? Yeah, we got opium. That's for fucking sure. It caused even more of an opioid, whatever the fucking opioid epidemic that we have here in this country as it is. The whole thing's just a fucking shit show. And it all just fucking ends in this shit. People trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. By any fucking means necessary. And the Taliban celebrating in the streets like they fucking did in 2001. The reason that they're showing this part, hang on. This. People were so ready for the Taliban to take back over and knew it was coming so much that you're seeing these white walls here, right? Those were advertisements that had women on them. They painted over them. Because that's the rule under Taliban law. No women in the streets. I mean, I'm just looking at Afghanistan 2001. Oh, wait. No. They have a drain in the middle of the road. Never mind. Maybe it is 2021. Because before that was all a fucking mud pit. And quite literally shit running down a fucking river in the middle. One woman, and she's in a full burqa. No hijab, full fucking burqa. The whole thing's just a shit show. I'm glad it's finally over. It could have been handled in such a better fucking way. Every single one of your elected officials are at fucking fault. And you can't make people fight for something that they don't fucking believe in. And all it cost was over 100,000 lives. And at least $1 trillion. For us to end up in the exact same fucking spot. Yeah. That's all I got. Fuck the politicians. Fuck the greedy fucking assholes that just wanted to pad their fucking pockets at the cost of American blood, at the cost of American limbs, at the cost of Afghani blood, at the cost of Afghanistan citizens that had no fucking clue what the fuck we were even fucking doing there. Fuck them all. You want to fucking change this shit? Stop electing fucking assholes that are career politicians. Put a goddamn fucking system in place that gets rid of congressmen who have been there their entire fucking lives. Get rid of this fucking two-party fucking system. Listen to what General and President George Washington fucking said, that America should focus on their goddamn self. Yeah, attack back when we're attacked, but end it at that. Don't try to fucking spread your shit. Stop letting fucking China police what the fuck you fucking say. NBA, fucking NFL, all that other bullshit. Get rid of the fucking monopolies that the fucking social media has, that this shit's probably going to be taken down because YouTube can censor this shit. But they can allow other bullshit to go on. Other fucking stupid ass conspiracies like we never fucking landed on the moon, but you can't talk about how you have doubts about a virus. If you disagree with us, you're gone. Start giving a fuck. I mean, YouTube fucking banned a goddamn sitting senator the other day. Trump was full of fucking shit too. Twitter banned him. But he's the goddamn president of the United fucking States. You can say a lot of fucking crazy ass shit on the internet, but if you disagree with our political narrative, you're fucking gone. If you have doubt and just want to put it out there, you're fucking gone. Because it goes against what these people fucking say, and they're the ones in charge. And nobody wants to listen to fucking people who have been there, who have been with boots on the fucking ground, who have seen this fucking shit. No, you're talking to a fucking general who sits behind his goddamn desk and has been a goddamn politician since the moment he swore himself in. You don't become a general by being a good guy. Just like you don't become a fucking businessman like Trump by being a good guy. You don't become president by being a good guy. Every single one of those motherfuckers is a goddamn fucking insane motherfucker. Politicians are all fucking narcissists. Every single fucking one of them. Lazy Nate, yeah, it's a huge difference, though, because they are private companies. But whenever your private company has a goddamn monopoly on the way that businesses even interact with each other, that's why you get Apple and Google both having lawsuits right now by fucking Fortnite. Because you have to go through their shit. They have to have a secure payment method through their shit. You can't have in-app purchases. Fuck you. And that's a fucking video game. We're talking about people actually dying here. Whenever social media is the main way that news is spread, which it is. Social media is the main way news is spread. More people watch CNBC on YouTube than they do on fucking cable because they look up one single story and they look up that. They don't watch it on fucking cable. Their ratings are fucking plummeting on cable, but you get 1 million views per video that they post on fucking YouTube because that's what people are looking at. This is a social media platform. Facebook is full of fucking stories, but you gotta fact check it. The Snopes guy, who is in charge of fucking fact checking, gets in trouble for fucking plagiarism this past weekend, and nobody's talking about that shit. Exactly right. They're not platforms anymore. They're fucking publishers. Yeah, we'll allow other social media devices to have a spot on our platform. Yeah, okay, but Google ain't pulling that shit up. Not first. Twitter is still the fastest 120 characters that you can read ever. Or was it 240 now? I don't fucking know. Facebook is still where you find all of your goddamn friends from millions of years ago. YouTube is where you find videos. And any of them can fucking censor whatever the fuck they want. So long as it's what they want. I'm a big proponent of free speech. Huge proponent of it. Say what the fuck you want, when you want, where you want. You know the best way for that to be done nowadays? The internet. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Those are still the main fucking platforms. And they always will be. Unless they really fuck up. People don't use fucking Bing to search their goddamn shit anymore, or Internet Explorer. They use fucking Google Chrome. It's the most downloaded fucking web service that there is. Google owns YouTube. Amazon owns Twitch. These fucking giant corporations are policing what the fuck you can say to each other. and then laughing about it whenever they go to space. I'm tired of all this shit. I can find something wrong with every single fucking one of them. Yeah, there's some good, but there's a whole bunch of wrong too. Internet is the way most people fucking talk today. And you're going to ban people for saying something you don't like. I'm over all this shit. All of it. Buscal brought up another great point. Opinion news shows have ruined the U.S. Yeah, you can't watch fucking news anymore just for fucking news. Here's the facts and just the facts. No, here's my spin on it. Here's my take on it. I think he's fucking lying. I think you're full of shit. And I say that giving my opinion, which I put in the fucking title. Well, there, title. Hell, I can't even watch Philip DeFranco anymore, who's the guy that I was just showing a little bit ago, because he's even gone fucking he's even gone with his own opinion shit. Instead of just giving the facts as they are, he always inputs his opinion now. Now, he does still give the facts as they are, but then he gives his opinion. And I don't want that fucking shit. At least with Breaking Points, Crystal and Sagar, you have both sides. You have a Republican and you have a Democrat. You have a liberal and you have a moderate. And they agree a hell of a lot more than any other time. Where I think 90% of the country resides is in the fucking middle. Not too far left, not too far fucking right. We're all here. I mean, there was a recent fucking study that came out that, like, Republicans actually don't give a shit about abortion. They don't. Majority of Republicans don't give a shit about abortion. They don't. But the guys who make the news and the guys who are all in charge are the ones that are on the fucking fringe who give a shit. Really, what it comes down to, the way that I was raised Republican. I was raised in a Christian household that was very Republican. But the foundation of what I was taught the Republican Party was leave me the fuck alone and tell the government to stay out of my goddamn business. And now it's become, whenever Bush was in office, yay, we want immigration, yay, we love Mexicans, Trump's build a fucking wall. In one presidential switch. And we go from Clinton, who to fucking Obama. And Obama was supposed to be our hope and our change and our fix all this dumbass shit and get the troops out of Afghanistan and all that shit. And he didn't do fucking none of it. Fucking none of it. He got Obamacare, which was fucking bullshit and still is. And yes, fucking healthcare needs to be changed fucking too. But that's not on the fucking government. That's on the goddamn insurance companies. It's the same reason, like, you get government involved in anything and it immediately jacks up the prices of everything. Student loans. Cost of fucking schooling goes through the goddamn roof. You can't afford to fucking work full time and pay for your college anymore. You can't do that shit anymore. This ain't the fucking 70s. My first semester of fucking college, I had the fucking GI Bill and I still had to chill out an extra $40,000 fucking dollars. Student fucking loans. Because they'll jack up the price because the government's check always fucking pays out. Every fucking time. Government gets involved in shit, and shit just fucking goes to fucking hell because the government's answer is to throw fucking money at it. And it doesn't matter what party you're on. The Republicans only care about the deficit whenever they're not in power, and then whenever they are in power, fuck the deficit. And then the Democrats are the same way. They just want to throw money at shit. You're right, David. The government doesn't have money. They don't have money. They just have taxable income, and they just want to throw fucking it everywhere. But all it does is just raise the price of fucking everything else. Goddamn. Get this shit. The fucking vaccines that they're wanting you to get right now, those corporations that developed them, got money from the fucking government to do it, and they want to hold the rights to it so they can sell it to other countries, not just give it to them. Taxpayers paid for those fucking vaccines, and they, the companies, don't want to just give them out for free. The fucking taxpayers paid for the development of these fucking vaccines, and the company expects to be paid for it once they produce it. And to claim the intellectual property. I'm sorry, who the fuck paid for that? The goddamn Federal Reserve that prints our money is not a fucking governmental agency. They quite literally print $1 and charge you $1 penny to have the dollar. We owe the Federal Reserve so much money. They're not a governmental fucking agency. Who the fuck are these guys? Were they elected? No. This whole situation is fucked. And it took Afghanistan for me to fucking get on here and say something about it. This whole fucking bullshit is just heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Phil, you missed the stream. Everybody has fucked up everything. It ain't just Biden, it's Trump, it's fucking Obama, it's fucking Bush, it's all the goddamn congressmen who voted yes for this fucking war. It's fucking the generals in charge for pulling this shit. It's fucking every single one of them. They knew a deadline was coming and they did fucking nothing. It's all of their fucking faults. Every single last motherfucking one of them. But you know, in 6 weeks, the news cycle's going to end. It ain't going to be about Afghanistan anymore. It's going to be about fucking Joe Biden losing his goddamn mind on something else. Fucking bodies sell. That's all they care about. Six weeks ain't nobody gonna give a shit about the people of Afghanistan. 6 weeks ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about the soldiers. The 2,448 American soldiers who died, the 20,000 that were wounded, the 66,000 Afghan national military who died, the 47,245 civilians. None of them. Not going to give a flying fuck about them. People haven't given a fuck about them for the past 4 years. I take that back. Trump was the one who started all this shit, so he did give somewhat of a fuck of trying to get him out of there. But then he didn't help Biden out at all, trying to get this shit situated so they could actually have a plan to do it. Because he was too concerned about a fucking election that was stolen. Whenever he could have done this in fucking year one. He could have done this in fucking year one. They're all to fucking blame. Every single goddamn one of them. And Trump had a plan, but didn't fucking put it into motion. And then whenever Biden took over in January, Trump didn't fucking want to do anything with him. They're still all at fucking fault, Phil. It's all of their fucking faults. Every single one of their faults. It's my fault for voting for Bush. It's my fault for voting for Obama. It's my fault for voting. I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for fucking what's his face. And it's my fault for fucking voting for Jill, whatever her fucking name was too. Because none of them fucking got elected either. People that I felt like could have actually fucking done something. Which I can take back to it being the goddamn, the fucking DNC council on, no, not DNC, who is it? It's the governmental council on presidential debates. Governmental council on presidential debates. Y'all know anything about them? They're the people who establish who can be in a presidential debate. And who gets the most airtime. Guess who that's run by? Republicans and fucking Democrats. Guess who they're never going to allow in? a third party. Kamala Harris is the least likable fucking vice president we've ever had, even according to polls. She is not liked. Joe Biden is barely holding on to over 50%. Trump wasn't liked. Obama wasn't liked. Bush wasn't liked. But yet we keep voting for these same fucking people because that's the only option that we're given in our fucking face because that's all that they're going to fucking show you. That's all that they show you. Democrats and Republicans. That's all they show you. You're absolutely goddamn right, EB. If they won't allow a third party because if they do, it'll break the stranglehold they have on the two parties have and threaten their future elections. 100% they won't. But that fucking non-governmental agency of the goddamn Presidential Debate Council, not a governmental agency, not funded by the government, not regulated by the government, not controlled by the government, controlled by private individuals that represent both the Democrat Party and the Republican Party, won't allow those other people to be on the goddamn TV so you could actually hear another fucking opinion other than goddamn Sleepy Joe or crazy ass Trump. But they're going to divide you over cultural fucking shit. It's Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. Who the fuck cares? Stop killing people. Black Lives Matter is full of socialists. Antifa is fascist. Trump supporters are racist. Build that wall. Everything is the fucking culture war. You're a goddamn neighbor. Be one. Cops stop killing people. Fucking Republicans are not even Republicans. People stop being fucking racist. Just in general. Just stop being fucking racist. Leftists, stop trying to police speech. Get your goddamn hands out of my pocket. Leave me the fuck alone and fuck the fuck off. And in 6 weeks, nobody's going to give a flying fuck about this fucking story. You know when it's going to be brought up again? Election cycle next fucking year. Because that's what we got to start. We got to start pumping those campaign dollars. Get your super PACs and your Tea Party and your fucking marching and all the other bullshit that nobody gives a flying fuck about. Fucking just tired of it. Tired of all this bullshit. I'm tired of the Republicans. I'm tired of the Democrats. I'm tired of the fucking Congress. I'm tired of the fucking everybody that wants to have a say in what the fuck I think, wants to have a say in what the fuck I feel, wants to have a say in what the fuck I put out here, wants to have a say in what the fuck I do with my body, wants to have a say in what the fuck I do with my life. Fuck you, burn in hell. It's not your job. I'm a goddamn adult. I want to blow my money on all this fucking YouTube equipment so I can sit here and yell at 27 people? Fuck it, let me. We've engaged in a consensual agreement. I put my shit out. I say, hey, I'm going to talk about this shit. You decide to click on this goddamn video and you can click off anytime you fucking want to. That's consent. Going to bed? Good night.
I'm
I
not
love
going
you.
to bed yet. I'm going so we
Okay, I love you. And yeah, my kids have been hearing every single bit of this because they need to, because when they grow up, I don't want them to be fucking controlled by this bullshit. No, my kids never get me this angry, B-Lady. They never get me this angry. Only the government can fucking do that. My kids are kids. I get more mad at myself for shit they do than what they do. But you're goddamn right, I'm teaching them that they have a fucking voice, that nobody can take that away from them. That nobody can tell them how they want to live their life, who they can fucking love, what they fucking want to do, what they want to put on their body, what they want to put in their goddamn body, where they can go, who they can see, what they can question. Question me. Question everything. That's what I'm teaching my kids. Because otherwise, we're going to have a fucking, just fucking sheep. That all they fucking want to do is just feed me, daddy, government. Feed me, feed me, feed me. No, I won't say that anymore. Fuck them. And Republicans are just as bad as fucking liberals. I know liberals get a lot of hate for it, but the fucking Republicans wanted to tear down fucking Black Rifle Coffee. Black Rifle Coffee because he said fuck racists. The fuck are you talking about? Why is that a bad thing? Cancel culture just ain't for the left, it's for the right too. Everybody's obsessed with canceling people. I'm just tired of it. I am fucking fed up. And there ain't a goddamn thing we can do. I mean, what can we do? What could we all actually agree on fucking doing? That would actually fucking stick. And I mean actually fucking stick. because you're not going to get Congress to agree to doing their own goddamn term limits. Come next election cycle, it's still going to be Democrats versus Republicans. And it's going to be some new issue. So what we're left with is this whole grassroots bullshit that we have to do here on YouTube until they decide to censor us. Which they've already started doing. And where can you fight all this? Where can you fight all this? I mean, goddamn. There's a whole community on YouTube that is just about the goddamn short squeeze of AMC. A whole community on YouTube. There's a live stream that I watch almost every single day. 70,000 fucking people watching these fucking live streams, hoping that AMC is gonna fucking squeeze and that it's gonna get there and they're actually gonna send a message to Wall Street, who just plays with our fucking little lives by manipulating money. And my God, I've learned so much about Wall Street in the last 6 months that I want to forget it all because it's all a goddamn nightmare and it's just full of fucking rich people who don't give a fuck about anybody else. And they manipulate the stock market every single way, and then they blame retail traders. It's always the people's fault. It's never their fault. It's never a bad company. It's always the fucking retail traders. And they're doing a shit ton of work just to prove that Wall Street is fucking corrupt. Just to prove it. That's all they're fucking doing. These guys are focused so much on just trying to make some money off of these fucking rich fucking assholes that just want to play puppet games. And they're learning so much about the way that this shit is done. And the manipulation that goes into these markets and how the Federal Reserve, for some reason, has a say in the fucking stock market. And how the SEC doesn't have enough money to go after actually big guys, so they only go after little guys so they can say that they're doing their job. And then whenever 2008 happened and the entire fucking housing market crashed and nobody went to fucking jail, it's through our entire fucking system. All the way. We're fucked. And all that it's doing, all that the algorithms are doing, all that the fucking media is doing, all that fucking everything is doing is just causing this divide. And all that's going to happen is a goddamn war. That's the only way that this story continues to go. Bigger and bigger divide, fucking something sparks it. And just like that, everything fucking starts over. And we got all the nukes. This is why I don't come on Drunken Philosophers, by the way. Little lighthearted note. This is why I don't come on Drunken Philosophers, because this is the rabbit hole that I can fucking go down. Everything is about pitting this side versus this side. It's all it ever fucking is. They make money on everything. Hardside. They make money on everything. Everything is fucking monetized. The war is going to be televised. It's going to be pay-per-view. Spreading misinformation leads us down the road to fascism. Policing what misinformation is leads us on the way to fascism. As a matter of fact, it is fascism. Defining what misinformation is what straight up is fascism. Allowing people not to have their feelings hurt is fascism. Policing other people's speech is fascism. Safe spaces and saying you can't call me that is fucking fascism. I'm fucking LGBTQ+. You know what? I just don't associate with people who want to call me a fucking F word. Even though I'm not. That'll get me kicked off of YouTube. That's why I didn't fucking say it. I can say fucking, but I can't say that. And we have these celebrities that just have to ingratiate us with their opinion on fucking everything. When's the last time I asked for Gal Gadot's fucking opinion on shit? Be Wonder Woman. Be a badass. I don't give a shit else about you. We ain't all this together. You're on a goddamn fucking yacht and I'm fucking stuck at home. You take anything away from this? Stop trusting the fucking government and make up your own goddamn mind. Do your own research. Make your own decision. Because they're all fucking narcissists and liars. Every single fucking one of them. AOC too. I know I see AOC in the chat. She's a fucking liar too. Does she have some good ideas? Yes. Does she have some bad ones? Yes. But she's a fucking liar and she's making herself a career politician and nobody gives a fuck. Trump didn't give a fuck about you either. I'll shit on everybody. Everybody's got to pander to their base. Although it's about damn time that some of these politicians are getting caught for their dumbass shit. About goddamn time. Fucking governor of New York. Fucking finally resigning after that whole fiasco. I'm Italian. I like to touch women's boobs. I do too, but I don't do it without their permission, asshole. Boobs are great. Everybody loves boobs. Even gay guys like boobs. That's how you know boobs are wonderful. It's called consent, motherfucker. And you weren't doing it to some old woman as you were your hot secretary or the goddamn state trooper that wasn't even qualified to be on your detail because she hadn't served enough years and then you started fucking flirting with her. Good night, buddy. Love you too. And then the fucking bitch that was in charge, that was there, that was like put instilled because she was a part of the Me Too movement and supposed to help women get heard, helps cover up your bullshit. And the guy that's like part of the ACLU or some other type of organization, I can't even fucking remember his name, but he was in charge of this organization that's about legal rights and treating people fairly, and he helps you hide that shit too. There's fucking corruption everywhere. And the people who get screwed over are the people like you and me. That's who gets screwed over. It ain't them. Fucking Bill Cosby getting out fucking scot-free because of a goddamn agreement he made several years ago that he couldn't have his testimony used against him. Are you fucking kidding me? The guy's a fucking rapist. That's all we can fucking, all you can count on is your politicians to fucking lie to you. That's all you can count on. And taxes. Taxes, you're gonna have to pay that shit too. That's all you can count on. Politicians are liars, and you're gonna have to pay taxes. Though the IRS can't even tell you how much you owe. They know how much you owe, but you're the one who has to do all the math or go to another company that fucking makes money off of you by doing the math for you because they don't teach that shit in schools either. No, I have to learn the Pythagorean theorem, whatever. I know A squared minus B squared equals C squared. Why the fuck do I know that? But I don't know how to fill out a goddamn W-2. I have to look it up every single time. I don't know how to calculate fucking interest. Yes, David Lee, I know it was. He said the IRS was created by the Federal Reserve. Yeah, and that's fucking bullshit too. Audit the goddamn Fed. We teach fucking history in school, but we don't teach about the laws that are actually governing our governing. No, we don't actually talk about the laws that are actually fucking ruling this fucking country. Everybody knows about the Bill of Rights, but do you know the last bill that was passed? I don't. Hell, I didn't fucking know what pork was in a bill until we had fucking Senator Rand Paul, who is now banned off of YouTube for 7 days for saying that masks don't fuck, or cloth masks are not as effective as fucking N95 masks. that cloth masks are actually ineffective against protecting you from a virus, which is the fucking mask that everybody was wearing because we all had to have our designer masks. Shit, I got them. I did. I fucking got masks. 21090 was selling 21090 masks. They didn't think they would ever sell one, and I'm sorry, I just kind of threw them out there on that. But everybody sold fucking cloth masks, and they're not nearly enough effective against viruses. But Rand Paul taught me what pork was. That went out. He read this whole fucking shit about apparently scientists needed to know and needed $250,000, probably actually more. It was probably somewhere in the billions. Who the fuck knows? But 250,000 is still a big ass number, more money than I've ever seen in my life in 1 year. Scientists needed $250,000 to find out if quails on cocaine were more promiscuous. I'm sorry. Do we still not have a cure for the common cold? Are there not mysteries of the universe that we're fucking trying to unravel? I still don't know why I can only have 32 gigs of RAM in a computer. But if you would have asked me, I think everybody's a little bit more promiscuous on cocaine. And I'm pretty sure that's what the study discovered too. And I could have done that with a fucking 8-ball of cocaine. I didn't need fucking $250,000 for it. $100 would have told me, you know. This whole fucking system is just stupid. It's fucking stupid. And I don't know when the fucking war is coming, but god damn it, if people don't start paying the fuck attention, it's gonna fucking happen. I don't know how long I've been ranting. I've just said fuck it and just kept going. Oh, apparently 2 hours. Wow. This whole fucking country, I feel, has lost their mind. And I say I feel has lost their mind because that's all that I'm fed by the goddamn algorithms. That's all that I see on fucking news every goddamn day. It's all I hear about on fucking Twitter is all the dumb choices that people have fucking made or that has led to the fucking shit show that we call America right now. Everything is shit. Everything's shit. And the only way to fix it that they're giving us the answer to, that they're pushing us down, that's probably gonna fucking happen, is another goddamn war. Phil, they need to lock up every politician. They're all full of shit. They've all lied. They've all committed war crimes. They've all allowed fucking bullshit to happen. They vote on their own goddamn raises. Fucking all of them. Every single last fucking one of them. You want to talk about the welfare state? How about we talk about Congress? That is the welfare state, because once you're elected, you're paid for fucking life. You don't have to adhere to the rules of the country. Oh! I was talking about AMC a little bit ago, right? And the stock market and all that other bullshit. Did you know Congress doesn't fall under that whole, like, insider trading laws? And Nancy Pelosi, since last year, before we went on lockdowns, has made a fucking killing off the stock market. Because the laws that she directly fucking passes affect the goddamn stock market. Go fucking figure. But is the SEC investigating her? Nope. And it's not just her. She's just the one who's gotten caught. All of them are probably fucking doing it. Yeah. They all fucking do it. They all do it. She's just the latest in the line that has gotten caught. But it doesn't change anything because she doesn't fall under insider trading, apparently. The bitch who makes the laws. And yes, I just called the congresswoman a bitch. Isn't affected by it. And Wall Street's too big to fail. Fucking let them fail. Maybe we need another depression. Maybe we need to reset all this shit to zero. Pull all your goddamn money out of the bank and just reset the shit to fucking zero. We don't make a goddamn thing in this country. Except for more problems. I'm just tired of it all. No, Lazy Nate. No. What you're talking about, Nancy Pelosi's husband runs her portfolio. They have invested millions of dollars in call options and stock options. This is not a blind trust. This is her fucking husband. They all fucking do this shit. They all fucking do this shit. And they get paid for fucking life. something's got to give. Because we're all fucked. Groovy. Oh, dude. I don't know who all's actually heard about that. Hunter Biden, the sex-crazed lunatic that keeps getting laptops stolen. You know, the president's son. Who was involved in some shady deal in fucking Russia. But has found a cure for his sex addiction. And painting. Practically just became the fucking money launderer for the goddamn Biden administration. Because they're going to take his paintings and they're going to be sold. And originally, it was supposed to be a double blind selling. Which was the public wasn't going to know who sold it and the Bidens weren't going to know who bought it. That was going to be the thing. Public wasn't going to know who bought the painting and the Bidens weren't going to know who bought the painting. But now, it's only a single blind. Just the public don't know. The Bidens get to know. So you can go spend millions of dollars buying one of his shitty-ass paintings. And that goes to the Bidens. Who happened, you know, Joe Biden happens to be the fucking president. That a little bit shady, anybody else? Bush is actually a pretty good painter. He actually is a pretty good painter. He has really no political say anymore, except for when they had to pull him out of the closet to talk about how getting out of Afghanistan's a bad idea. The fucking war criminal. I mean, Trump only had all the delegates that came to see him had to stay at his hotel. Pretty much, he did that right out in the fucking open. I mean, that's shady as fuck too, but he did that shit right out in the open. We gotta give it to Trump. He lied to our faces. And knew he was lying, and we knew he was lying, but it was cool because he was insane. There's just there's no end to the bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. EB, thank you for the 5. Appreciate you, brother. And there's not enough alcohol in this goddamn world to make me forget this shit. And I've only had one beer. Imagine me whenever I get drunk. Now, all these fucking Republicans want to talk about Reagan and how Reagan was great and all this other shit. I mean, he did say one thing. There's nothing more scarier than I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Nothing scarier than that. But the asshole then came up with fucking Reaganomics, which just fucked everybody over. And pushed for fucking gun control, because gun control was actually a debate for Republicans whenever Reagan was in office. Y'all not know that? Gun control was originally designed to stop Black Panthers from actually showing up at the courthouse with guns, because they did. And trickle-down economics is a fucking lie. All of it's a fucking lie. Nobody likes taxes. But I should not be paying more than fucking Elon Musk. Because the way they get around the goddamn tax law is they actually don't own anything. It's all in their goddamn company's name, and they get a loan, which is their salary, and you don't pay taxes on a fucking loan. I wish I would have known that shit. I just would have told my boss, hey, just loan me the money. That way you ain't gotta fucking make me pay taxes on the shit. Well, the Veterans Administration has sent an email with mental health resources over. Goddamn right they better have, but I ain't going to the VA to get my mental health. Yeah, I was down at the bottom too. I must have missed it. I must have missed that trickle-down economics. Reagan ran the guns in Central America and Iran, pushed drugs into the ghettos to see how crack affects poverty. Dude, you're not going to get an argument from me on any of this because fuck it. It's all fucking true. The goddamn fucking... The fucking war on drugs has been the greatest incarcerator of African Americans and poor white people than anything else in this fucking country, and developed a whole entire new type of system, prison system called prison for profit. We're putting people in prison and keeping them there so that they can make money. The fuck? Why? And these people are not going to nice white-collar prisons like fucking John Gotti and the other fucking embezzler guy, whatever his fucking name was, that in Wall Street that had the Ponzi scheme. No. Those guys get to go to fucking prison. Or fucking Epstein. Oh, my God. Epstein. Convicted fucking pedophile. Convicted. He was a convicted pedophile. Already. In like 92. Goes to prison Monday through Friday and gets out on the weekends. At a federal penitentiary. It's white collar. They got a fucking golf course. It's a fucking federal penitentiary. They got a fucking golf course? And he gets to go home to his wife on the weekends? What the fuck is this country? People want to talk about the left and right divide. No. That is not the true divide. The fucking divide is top down. There are two sets of rules in this fucking country. Rules if you're rich and rules if you're poor. Once you make it over a certain threshold, those rules don't apply to you anymore. How the Republicans want to pay for this whole fucking infrastructure bill? Increasing the gas tax. You know who pays for gas? Poor people, because everybody else, they fucking hire a company out. Who are the people that are paying for gas day in and day out? Me and you. We're the only ones who fucking drive. Epstein was friends with fucking everybody. Trump, Clinton's, fucking big brain Microsoft guy, fucking everybody. Yes, I can point to some good things that every president did and that every Congress did. But I can point to a shit ton more that they did fucking wrong. Somebody brought up Trump with the VA resources to finally get outside of the VA. You could, yes, great thing. Yes, great thing. Absolutely great thing. Not cooperating with the Bidens to get our fucking troops out of Afghanistan in a peaceful fashion. Major fucking bad thing. Not getting the troops out sooner. Major fucking bad thing. So much shit either side of the aisle. I mean, I can point to some good things that Bush did. I can point to some good things that Obama did. I can point to some good things that Trump did. I can point to some good things that Biden is doing now. And a shit ton more that are bad. This whole shit is just a goddamn shit show. And I'm shocked y'all people actually enjoy watching me rant about this shit. I think that's what I'm more amazed about. Y'all are encouraging me to rant. Because practically my entire time on YouTube, I have not talked about any of this shit. I haven't talked about any of this shit that fucking just is on my fucking brain with all this dumb fuck bullshit. I at least haven't done it on my channel. I've done it on a couple other people's where I gotten drunk and just said some dumb shit. But I haven't gone off like this. Because I just need to shut up and play video games. You know, there's a guy running for governor in California. What's his name? What is his name? Hang on. Not Caitlyn Jenner. What is his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? There it is. Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin is a YouTuber. And he's running for governor in California. Sure, you never heard about him. Probably never have. All you hear about is Caitlyn Jenner running for governor. In this re-election bullshit, this monstrosity that is California. And Meet Kevin is a liberal moderate. He's left-wing moderate. And he has ran into more bullshit. Like, this is a nice dress guy. Hey, look. Here, I'll fucking show you who he is. This guy. Look at him.
Everyone, Meet Kevin here. Should I run for governor, or should we just share the ideas in this video as a...
He looks like a fucking politician. Perfect teeth. Power tie. Wait, what the fuck? He's got fucking Thor's hammer in the background. And video games. And a guitar. You know what this guy is famous for? It's not for running for governor. It's for financial advice. This is the most popular video. How to buy your first rental property. Do's versus pros. He gives financial advice. That's what he does. He talks about how you, as a normal person like me, can make some decent money using the stock market, actually teaching people. Do y'all know what type of attacks this man has been under? He's been kind of documenting his attempts to try to get in to even be in a debate. What is that? It's been a while. Like he can't even use like Meet Kevin on his shit. He's not allowed into the debates because he doesn't have an R next to his name. Like all sorts of dumbass shit. There you go. Yeah, he's suing the governor of California because he actually where's it at? I'm concerned with the shift in the market. I don't know. I think we're getting close. I don't know where it's at. I'll have to find it later. But just dumbass shit that doesn't make any goddamn sense. But that's what this is all turned into. This guy makes a killing off of YouTube. He does not need to be a fucking politician. But what politicians have turned into, instead of being able to get to know a politician and actually hear their whole fucking plan, we have to squeeze it and wring it out into one word: socialism or capitalism. It has to fit in a 2-minute soundbite so we can get those 5 minutes of commercials. It's not about who the person is, what they fucking stand for, what the goddamn plan is. No, it's got to fit in a 2-minute soundbite, and it's got to line with this little box. Yes, stay in the box. Left or right, stay in the box. That's all you got to do. Just stay in the box. Because if you step outside that box, no more media coverage. What was his name? If you actually have somebody that has some good ideas, that actually has some ideas about moving the country fucking forward, and finally, they actually get some CNN news coverage. CNN news coverage for a third-party candidate.
Gary Johnson, former governor of New Mexico, was on TV this morning, and he was asked about Aleppo. Here's what happened.
What would you do if you were elected about Aleppo?
About
Aleppo.
And what is Aleppo?
You're kidding.
No.
Aleppo is in Syria. It's the epicenter of the refugee crisis.
Okay, got it.
Did anybody know what Aleppo was before this entire fucking speech? I sure as fuck didn't. You know who else didn't know? New York Times. Contributors over at CNN. Any of that? Gary Johnson, governor of New Mexico, was running for the Libertarian fucking party in 2016. Got the most votes of any Libertarian ever. But his entire campaign boiled down to this. What is Aleppo? Nobody knew what the fuck Aleppo was. New York Times had to publish 3 retractions on their story that they did about this because they got Aleppo wrong 3 times. And these are the goddamn journalists. Hi, babe. How are you doing? I see you in the comments now. Hopefully your shoulder's okay. Hopefully Sarissa's doing good. Everybody show some love for Shade because she's actually had to listen to me go on these rants many a time. She's the only one who's ever really had to listen to me rant like this. She put up with my ranting. But this is the closest that anybody has come to actually changing shit, and they boil down his entire campaign to what is Aleppo? I'm just tired of it. I've been going for 2.5 hours now. I feel a lot better. I got a lot of shit out. This may need to be a weekly thing where I just break down news stories throughout the week and just say, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It may just be a new show called Let's Talk What the Fuck is Wrong. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? This may be the new Monday mix, so I can just get all my shit out there, because apparently y'all fucking love me ranting. I don't know. I only got on here to talk about Afghanistan, and it turned into my entire political philosophy and fuck everybody. I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you all being here. Hopefully you watched the announcement video this morning. Got to see all the stuff that we got for the gender reveal and everything else. And thank you. But I'll see y'all guys next time. Love you. Love yourselves. Love each other. Be a fucking neighbor. Peace.